Hello everybody, and welcome back to Creative Gaming. In the last episode I started a special Dark Souls challenge run. I first rolled 10-sided dice to decide my starting class and starting gift. I rolled the Sorcerer class, and I got the Tiny Being's gift as a starting gift. I then rolled 2 8-sided dice to decide my stats restrictions. 2 statistics that I can never level up. So obviously I have to grow my character around those limitations. So my stats restrictions are endurance and strength, which sucks because I can't get more stamina or equipment load. And my strength is at 9, which stops me from equipping many weapons since most weapons have a requirement of 10 strength or above to use. So like it or not, I am pushed towards more of a magic using character. I will allow myself one cheat or reroll during this playthrough. If I want to shake things up, I can reroll the 2 8-sided dice to change my stats restrictions. This reroll could either help me in my quest or screw up my character. We'll have to see how it all goes.
Where are all your buttons? You had like a dozen buttons last night.
Oh, I was just being dramatic. Drama, Negativio. I needed to inject drama into this show.
Well, you are a drama queen.
So I last left off at the bridge with the red dragon, or rather the bonfire that's below it. I did get a couple of pieces of equipment from enemies that are probably stronger defensively than my sorcerer gear. I'll check it out. Oh, it gives me the medium roll instead of the light roll. I don't like that as much. I'll equip it for a while, but it's probably not worth it because it doesn't provide a defense increase that will make much of a difference. You can't get through that gate where the red dragon is. It's very dangerous though because the dragon constantly breathes fire into that bridge. If you hit the dragon with enough arrows, it sometimes flies away. I believe there are other ways to trigger the dragon to fly away, though I'm forgetting what they are. There is another passage under the bridge which is safer. A few rats here. You don't want them to munch on you too many times, otherwise you can get poisoned. They definitely make them look creepy and beat up. Up this tower, there is a strong knight, similar to the one I cheesed in the last episode. It's harder to cheese him here though. Fighting him on these stairs isn't ideal, and drawing him out isn't ideal either, unless you take care of the enemies in the area first. Probably best to fight him on top of the tower. I'll attempt this later on. There's an enemy over there called the Fang Boar, or Armored Tusk. He's kind of a sucky enemy to fight, because he doesn't take much damage from anything. This gate here, if I had passed that bridge with the red dragon, I would have ended up on the other side. There is a bonfire, a couple of goodies, and an NPC if you can make it there. Oh, the enemies take many hits. Close range attacks are really gonna suck with the dice rolls I got for this challenge run. Time to take the bull by the horns? Oh shit, maybe not. He's walking away now. Oh, yikes.
I'll have to give Dylan therapy after the episode again.
As usual, you can take the bull by the horns, but don't have to. There is usually another way of dealing with or bypassing an enemy. On the right side, there is a staircase leading above. A bit dangerous up here too though. You have an enemy with a shield and spear to deal with, and 2 archers behind him constantly firing arrows at you. Oh yikes, I can barely fight without taking a hit. Alluring Skull, which is an item that can lure enemies. I could use it for this Fang Boar. Damn, I can't target him? Is he too far? Whoa! Oh, of course, the same bullshit over and over. Mystery key. Lots of keys in this game. I don't always remember which unlocks what. Alright, I'm fed up with the medium roll. I want to have my light roll again. I want to get that boar, though there is an enemy on my right that might cause problems. My best bet is to return to the elevated portion. I always hope to lure this boar towards the fire, but I don't think it's possible, or at least I've never pulled it off. Alright, I'm just gonna cheese him from above. Only 750 souls for that? He sometimes drops a fang boar helmet, a highly defensive but heavy piece of equipment. I'll need to get back into backstabbing. It's actually not difficult to pull off. I was having trouble in the last episode, but the thing is, if you're behind the enemy, you have to let go of the directional button and just press R1. I don't think that's the case in Elden Ring. In that game, as long as you're behind your enemy, it doesn't matter if your character model is moving or not. The backstab will still connect, but these earlier Souls games were a little fussier. Alright, a soul on a beam here. I have to walk very carefully. I don't think it's a big deal if I fall. It's not a high enough fall to kill me. Now we get some upgraded knights. These ones are harder than what I've dealt with up to this point. They're faster, more aggressive, and they can parry and riposte you if you're not careful. I'm being cautious because I'm studying his movement a bit. I should be two-handing my weapon to cause extra damage. I keep forgetting. There's an ambush here too. Ah shit, I'm caught in the dead end. Oh, I have to get out of here or I'll have a miserable time. It's hard to do a backstab in a more narrow corridor like this. A halberd. I won't be able to equip it in this challenge run. I do kinda like the halberd though. I have had playthroughs with these types of weapons. Open this gate to the previous area. The inside of that church is, you guessed it, pretty dangerous. An ambush waiting to happen, so we'll take the long way. Here is a pretty dangerous trap house called Sen's Fortress. We can't go here yet though. And here we have Katarina, another beloved NPC. He's got a hearty, infectious laugh, which is probably the best part about him. He returns in other Souls games too. In the PS3 version, there was another spot here that you could fall off the structure onto a patch of grass that had collision detection. Always fun to explore these unintended oversights. Now we get to Andre of Astoria, a very important NPC. I'm still trying to decide if I want to go with the short sword or the scimitar. The scimitar scales with dexterity, so it would get stronger over time. But I don't like the double slash R2 attack. This type of weapon usually doesn't do much damage against stronger armor or shelled enemies. You're probably thinking, well Dylan, you're mostly a sorcerer. Why think so hard about a melee weapon? Well, I always like to be a bit ready for melee combat. A lot of enemies can make a beeline to you, and sometimes you get surrounded. So when they're right on your ass, it becomes more difficult to attack them with magic. I'll have to rely on a lot of backstabs, since I'll be a crappy melee character. My equipment load will always be low, so I won't be able to equip sturdier equipment. My poise will remain at near zero, and every little thing will interrupt my attacks. I'm giving the scimitar a test drive. Scimitars and katanas usually don't damage these heavy knight type enemies much. I'm not gonna screw around here, I'll just throw magic into his face. I can't backstab an enemy like this, he's too large. They usually have to be roughly your size. Greatsword, a great weapon when you can put points into strength. Titanite shard is good too, you can upgrade your weapons with these. Ah shit, a spammer from above. I'm a bit disappointed that I don't have more of a knight character. I do think melee combat is more fun. I kinda wish I would have chosen the vitality and attunement restrictions instead. But oh well, too late now. Sorcerers can be fun too, but like I said before, it becomes a problem when enemies are too close for comfort. I should take this elevator down. It unlocks the path back to the beginning Firelink Shrine. There is a little secret here. It may not look like it, but you can actually drop onto this structure here. That giant crow from the beginning who carried us here. I want to get on that rooftop. There is a little crack here. I have to be careful not to fall into it. Ah, shit! Damn, I can't get back up there? Whoa! Might as well give the Firekeeper soul to the Firekeeper. Allows your Estus flask to recover more health. I'm gonna head back down to that jailed sorcerer. I should be able to buy the heavy soul arrow spell by now. And I've decided to keep my short sword for a bit longer. I prefer the stab attack over the double slashes, but I could always change my mind later. When you learn spells, you need to attune them at a bonfire, put them in your slot. I'll try to get to the rooftop again. Ah, asylum key, for when I return to the asylum later on. Kind of this weird thing that you have to pretend to be an egg and the crow takes you back there. But I won't go now. Back in the undead parish. Time to take out that big guy up there. Hard to backstab on these stairs. Be careful when these guys point their swords at you. They're getting ready to parry you if you swing. Like that. Oh shit. I didn't think he'd take out my entire life bar in one fell swoop. But I am a physically weak sorcerer character. Going back up and trying this again. I should lure him down the stairs, but it's not completely safe there either. I could kick him to break his stance, but if I miss, he'll one-shot me again. No room to backstab again. Oh, the big guy's coming too. He's just standing up there. It's funny, most of the enemies have a perimeter that they're confined in. If you know where their limits are, you can find them more easily. It's like there's an invisible line here that this dude won't cross. Here we have a prisoner, Knight Lautrec. He kind of gives that same creepy vibe that Yurt gives in Demon Souls. I think this chap is friendlier though.
I am Knight Lautrec.
Here there's a boss, two gargoyles, a fight similar in concept to the man-eaters in Demon Souls. A challenge that I had to, bow out of.
Yeah, you quit that challenge with a lot of grace and dignity.
Yeah, that sucked. But honestly, the gargoyle boss here isn't nearly as difficult as the man-eaters. I won't take them on quite yet though. I want to explore some more first. Let's kindle the bonfire here. Could always use more Estus flasks. Some soul levels too. Let's do dexterity. There's a mini-boss here, a creature that's difficult enough to fight at close range, but is pretty easy if you use magic. Alright, Demon Titanite. Down here we get to the Darkroot Garden. He takes a lot of hits, doesn't he? I probably could upgrade my weapon further. I haven't done it yet. Damn it, I'm too late. Some leather equipment, though it would probably make me heavier and make my rolls slower. Equipment defense is pretty marginal in these Souls games. I mean, yes, you can look at all the stats and equip the best gear you can, but enemies usually do hundreds of points of damage to you, so having an armor that increases your defense by 5 doesn't help you that much. This is where players have coined the term Fashion Souls. It basically means dress your character however you want and don't pay too much attention to defense. There is the super heavy Havel set and giant armor set that mitigates damage, but makes you super heavy and affects your rolls. This is a dangerous area. There is a Hydra in the distance, and he fires giant beams of, I don't know if it's laser or just magic, but it's pretty hard to avoid and does quite a bit of damage. So this is a I'll come back later situation. I guess I don't have the key for this door. You can fight a super strong knight when you unlock that door. These crystal enemies take a ton of hits. Strong knight here. There is a small cave past him to another area. Oh, he's coming at me quickly. Ah!
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5.
I'm gonna try this again. Okay, gotcha this time, lizard. Can I backstab this knight? I don't remember. Shit, forgot to switch to my sword there. Okay, so I can backstab him. Even my backstab doesn't do that much damage. But it's probably the safest way for me to fight him. Will take a while, but if I don't screw up, I should be able to take him. Alright. Oh, a grass crest shield. One of my favorite shields. This makes your stamina bar regenerate faster. Damn, I don't have the requirements to use it. I wonder if I equip it and two-hand my weapon, do I still get the benefit? Trying without it? I don't see much difference. I don't know if I still get the stamina regen benefit. Although those green arrows must mean it's working. Damn, I don't have my fast roll either when I equip this. I can't even use it to block. Two-handing my sword would be an option. Most players play like this. But I haven't played Dark Souls in like 5 or 6 years now. I last played before Elden Ring was released, and even before the PS5 version of Demon Souls. It has been a while, so I'm playing more defensively. Down here is the Valley of Drakes. Not a large area, but pretty dangerous with all of these electricity-spitting dragons. A giant sleeping skeleton dragon there. There are some goodies at his feet. Let's see if I can get them without waking him up. Oh, ah crap. One bitch slap and I'm dead. Making my way back. I'm just gonna spam him with magic because why not? Dragon scale, cool. Got my souls back. Most players don't care too much about souls, but I'm stingy, so I don't like to waste souls if I can help it. Ah yes, in the last episode I was on the other side of this locked door. I said that if I had the master key, I could do levels out of sequence. I would have had early access to this location. This ominous cave leads to Blighttown, a pretty nasty area. Those enemies suck. They take a number of hits to kill, and there isn't much reward for beating them either. And to answer your question, no, I'm not going here yet. Heading back, shit. Yikes, leave me alone! I could cross that bridge over there and get a few more goodies, but it's very dangerous with like 6 drakes. Not mandatory for now. Exploring further in the Darkroot Basin, this locked door leads to an interesting location, and is actually a great grinding spot for souls. You need to buy the key from Andre, which is 20,000 souls, so you have to grind a bit to get that. There's a bonfire here, but it's a little too well hidden for my taste. I know there's an ambush here. Damn poison. Partisan, a spear weapon, though it requires 13 strength. I can't equip it. I don't get the impression that I'll have a lot of weapon options in this playthrough, with the strength and endurance restrictions. Up this way is a boss, the Moonlight Butterfly. He's actually not difficult, though I won't try him just yet. Still haven't gotten my full Dark Souls confidence back yet.
Nor the skills.
I just love doing that. This dead giant enemy just bouncing around like a balloon.
Dylan's mental age fluctuates from 40 to, I don't know, 3, 4.
Alright, I can buy Titanite shards, so I'll upgrade my weapon as much as I can. Now I think it's about time I fight the Gargoyles boss. You can actually summon Solaire to help you in this fight, but you must reverse your hollowing, be alive, for his summon sign to appear. Here we have the Bell Gargoyles boss. Hopefully this isn't the end of my challenge run like it was in Demon's Souls. Oh wow, the combination of mine and Solaire's spells did a shit ton of damage to the boss. There is a second gargoyle that joins the fight, of course, but Solaire and I have this under control. We got this. Alright, like I said, not nearly as difficult as the Man-Eaters. Now we ring the first bell of awakening. There is a second bell to ring, but it's in a completely different location. There's a creepy dude here selling some stuff. Velka's talisman. A talisman that relies on intelligence rather than fate. That could be useful eventually. Going back to the bonfire. Alright, I'll stop it here for today. If you enjoyed this Dark Souls challenge run, give me a like or comment. I will move on to another game next episode. But depending on how well these videos do, I might come back to this game sooner than later. Keep gaming, everyone.